The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
So if anybody is familiar with the Fresh and Fit podcast, honestly, one of my favorite podcasts, to be honest with you. A lot of niggas don't like them, but a lot of niggas do. Fresh and Fit recently had Fetty Waps, baby's mama, on their
Which baby mama? He got a record kids.
First one.
The first one.
I think. I don't know if she was the first one. I don't know how many baby mamas he has, but she's the early baby mama. I'll say that. So she was on. She was one of the pioneers of Fetty Waps baby mama. She was on Fresh and Fit podcast, and she ended up getting kicked out. But it was a very interesting conversation, which I think needs to be had. So without any further ado, let's check it out and do how we do on Straight Talk. No chase.
You know, economical statuses, like where they're working, you know, what position she's in at work, etc. Would you say that is applied when you are thinking about making someone your wife? Because when you're thinking about making someone your wife, I mean, if you're a financially secured man, you're like, who cares about her financial status? But the way life is, you know, shit happens. You might need her, you know, for whatever reason, even if it's just for 2 weeks or 2 months. Don't you want to have a woman that you know, like if my shit comes falling down, or if I just for whatever reason get locked out of my bank accounts and I'm fucked, can I turn to this person? Like that when you're looking for a fling or a wife,
If you don't know, that bitch is Fetty Wap's baby mama.
Or just a girlfriend, or just a friend with benefits, or whatever, does that determine the qualities that you look at in her? Like you said, you don't care about her financial status.
Well, I think all those categories are very different, so I wouldn't conflate them all. But on the potential wife situation,
or even girlfriend, not wife, just someone you want to take serious in general.
A girlfriend doesn't matter at all.
But you want to just take her serious in general, like girlfriend that could potentially be your wife one day. Like I'd really like.
Yeah.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a note of something real quick.
That ain't fresh though.
No, that's one of the other guests. We have entered the ratchet part of the conversation, so I would like to let you guys know I'm on the Hennessy Pure White. We finna turn this thing up.
You act like a little bitch right now. You act real paranoid and shit.
Let's go. Oh. All right. Back to the video.
Then, I mean, it depends on the individual.
Are you gonna still say you don't care if she works at Burger King?
For me, no, I don't care. She could work at Burger King. Like I make good money, and I'm gonna make a lot more. So like, for me personally, that's totally fine. Okay. That's totally fine. Assuming like all the other qualities. If I think she's gonna be an amazing wife, an amazing mother, and she wants, I'll tell you another thing that's a big deal actually. Does she really want to be? Does the idea of being a wife and mother excite her?
Right. What if she's already a mother like me? I have 2 children.
I wouldn't personally marry a woman who's already got it.
Oh.
Fatality.
How many sides does the octagon have? Want to go wrong on that one?
Well, so what I was gonna ask
I hope
was,
not
you know how you were saying,
that would be murder.
All right, we got it back together.
What I was gonna ask you is, so you know how you were saying like men are not too interested with what women's, you know, economical status is, like where they're working, you know, what position she's in at work, etc. Would you say that is applied when you are thinking about making someone your wife? Because when you're thinking about making someone your wife, I mean, if you're a financially secured man, you're like, who cares about her financial status?
I already heard this part.
The way life is, you know, shit happens. You might need her, you know, for whatever reason, even if it's just for 2 weeks or 2 months. Don't you want to have a woman that you know, like if my shit comes falling down, or if I just for whatever reason get locked out of my bank accounts and I'm fucked, can I turn to this person? Like
I hear that.
when you're looking for a fling or a wife or just a girlfriend or just a friend with benefits or whatever, does that determine the qualities that you look at in her? Like you said, you don't care about her financial status.
Well,
but
I think all those categories are very different, so I wouldn't conflate them all. But on the potential wife situation,
or even girlfriend, not wife, just someone you want to take serious in general.
A girlfriend doesn't matter at all.
But you want to just take her serious in general, like girlfriend that could potentially be your wife one day. Like I'd really like.
Yeah, then, I mean, it depends on the individual.
Are you gonna still say you don't care if she works at Burger King?
For me, no, I don't care. She could work at Burger King. Like I make good money, and I'm gonna make a lot more. So like, for me personally, that's totally fine. Okay. That's totally fine. Assuming like all the other qualities, if I think she's going to be an amazing wife, an amazing mother, and she wants, I'll tell you another thing that's a big deal actually. Does she really want to be, does the idea of being a wife and mother excite her?
Right. What if she's already a mother like me? I have 2 children.
I wouldn't personally marry a woman who's already got kids.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Fatality.
Okay. Wait, can I ask you
I'm
why?
not saying that nobody should, but I personally
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their
kids?
personal preference. No, they are children that I had prior to him.
He don't watch the show.
This is when the conversation starts to go left.
Oh.
He watched the show and he told me like, oh, they're gonna try to say something about your kids, like don't let it trigger you.
This is why your ring off.
My ring is off because he was not acting husband-like, so I'm not gonna be the fucking dummy running around here like, hey, look at my ring, and you're slinging dick.
Let's let them work out their.
This bitch is lit, dog. Look, she's tripping. She's tripping. The drinks is flowing.
Hey, play the video. We all seen it for the first time.
Nigga, we gotta stop it. It's fair use.
No, my two children aren't his, but my children's father is a successful person.
Okay.
So
cool.
Can I?
Who said can I?
Okay, no, I have an interesting question. Can I ask? You don't have to answer this if it's too personal. How come you didn't marry the father of your children?
I didn't marry the father of my children because
Emotional damage.
I didn't marry the father of my children because his lifestyle just was not, he wasn't ready to settle down by any means. Like, by the time I had the second kid, clearly for him to have me have a second kid, I was under the impression that he was ready to settle down, but things didn't work out that way. And it was just like a cat and mouse.
Marry before you fucking carry. It's easier and it works.
Game that I really got tired of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I have kids now. My kids are getting big now.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I stay with you and you're doing X, Y, and Z, what am I teaching my daughter? And then especially like you being her father, what are you teaching her? You know? So it was on a both mutual agreement. He felt like complete shit. He's like, I don't want to do this to you guys.
I hear that.
Is your daughter's name Eliza?
My daughter's name is Eliza. Yeah. You see.
Yo, Chris, kill the Twitch stream and the Twitter stream. I'm gonna give my take on this. It might be offensive.
This nigga Myron about to go hard.
There we go. I'm ready for you. I've been studying you. I'm ready for your
Yeah, kill Fresh and Fit and on Twitch and Twitter.
How you're gonna use different levels of savagery here.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna be extremely polite about this. I've always said that it's not in your best interest as a man to commit to a girl that has children, and the reason for that, if you look at it from like, let's get the feelings aside from a strictly
I agree though
biological sense and risk assessment, it's very bad because you're marrying a woman, you're taking on those kids as your own, and the issue is that if she leaves you, it's not only going to hurt because she left you, but it's also going to hurt because you built attachments to those children. And the scary part is you have zero right to them because they're not biologically yours, right? I mean, hell, guys can barely get access to their own biological children, let alone kids that they adopted from another man from another relationship. So here's the thing. If a man comes in, marries you, gives you security, and provides that same security to you and your children that are not his.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't take care of those kids whatsoever.
I'm saying like I'm not talking about my specific situation. Right?
Okay.
But no, I'm gonna say like, all right, when it comes time, like for example, my kids just went back to school, right?
Yeah.
I spent about $700 school clothes shopping.
God damn.
On myself though. I'm not looking for my husband to say, give me this.
No. But here's the thing.
For my kids.
I know he provides something. If he's married to you, there's no way that he's not aiding to those kids somehow.
We go half and half on our bills.
Okay, but I'm saying he's still providing a roof for those kids. He's still providing some type of
we're going half.
fatherhood.
Stop the cap.
Energy. He's still providing. Because here's the thing I'm trying to say. It's a luxury that he decided to step in and step up to your kids when in reality it's not to his benefit. That's the cold hard reality. Is not in a man's best.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
It's not in a man's best. It's not in a man's best interest to go ahead and take on stepchildren. It's not at all. It actually opens you up to a lot of liabilities. So my thing is, if a guy comes in, takes care of you, wipes you up, gives you the title, and he takes on your kids. And I know you say, well, I pay for my kids and I take care of them, whatever. He's still responsible. I'm sure he's probably very involved in those kids' life to some degree because there's no way around it. You have primary custody of the kids?
My kid's father is in federal prison.
So you have primary custody, which means there's no way around it. He's got to be around for those children.
But
you guys live together.
Though. I'm just being completely honest. Like my marriage.
There's no way that he's not involved with those kids when he lives with you.
Involved as in we're all in the same
house,
but he's not taking my kid to go play basketball and go taking my kids to dance class and dropping my kids off at school for me and picking them up for me. Or
so what does he do?
My kids, I just choose to keep it separated.
We could say that, but there's no. If you guys all live under the same house, there's no way that he's not involved in those children's. Let's be realistic here.
I'll tell you how. Right? This is my house. This is my room. This is my children's room. He's here. You know what I'm saying? I cook dinner. He comes out and eats. My kids, I just choose to keep it separated.
We could say that, but if you guys all live under the same house, there's no way that he's not involved in those children's. Let's be realistic here.
I'll tell you how. Right? This is my house.
Hold on. We got somebody who wants to come to the stream. Yo, unmute yourself, DQ. Unmute yourself. Sir, you have to unmute yourself. Well, he's gone.
This is my room. This is my children's room. He's here. You know what I'm saying? I cook dinner. He comes out and eats. He goes out and work. He comes back here. He says hi, hello. I'm not saying he completely neglects my children. He may say hi, maybe play around the house, But as far as a real, they know who their dad is. Their dad is very much so. Well, like I said,
he still contributes. You could say hey, no, it's half and half. He still contributes more than any other guy typically would want to. Most guys don't want to take on other kids. So all I'm saying is this:
the thing, you don't have to. But it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. And he gave himself a disadvantage to give you an advantage. And the thing is
how much am I disadvantaging myself for him in other aspects of life?
What?
What do you mean? What?
That's what I mean when I say yo.
The thing is, I think man,
it's wild,
dude. Guys and women make their decisions, right? So if he's going into that situation, he knows he knows the deal. He knows what he's signing up for. So that's why
I'm disadvantaging myself when this person is in love with me, right? My kids are my kids.
Sure.
They're gonna be my kids until the day I die. This is my husband. He might not be my husband tomorrow. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm disadvantaging myself and my children when I allow you into my home, into my personal space. Please let me finish.
Oh, sure. Please finish.
When I allow you into my home and my personal space, and I'm a happy-go-lucky woman, right? But now here you are playing these games with me mentally and emotionally. Now I can't be the best version of myself. And I can't be the best version of myself for my children or for myself as an individual.
Does anybody hear this ungrateful ass bitch? Let's pause it right here. We got to give some commentary because we can't just let it play through because fair use purposes. Cosby, what's your take on this so far?
I want to know what she did for a living. And did Fetty Wap move into her house? Or does she live in Fetty?
No, she's married to a whole new nigga. That's not Fetty Wap.
Oh, so she's talking about the new guy.
Fetty Wap's in jail.
I thought she was talking about Fetty Wap, but she's talking about
he's Fetty Wap's mother. Fetty Wap is the nigga that's in federal prison.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, she found a simp. So what?
Yeah. So basically, she was married to a nigga that had it. He's in jail now. She's Now, excuse me, she had 2 babies by, not married, 2 babies by a nigga that was in jail that had
But
it.
the other dude, so the new dude came and married her.
Yeah, regular nigga that married her. Just a regular nigga. Like, nothing wrong with that. Regular nigga.
Yeah.
And now look how greasy she talking.
Yeah.
The visual, because I have this person who I'm allowing, and at the end of the day, I'm taking full accountability.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I'm a victim. He did this to me. I took him back, So I'm disadvantaging myself by trying to make this marriage that I committed to work and causing, I'm not going to say a chaotic, but for lack of better terms, a chaotic environment for my children.
This bitch is talking about her marriage like this live in front of 20,000 people, dog. This is sick.
That will tell me in 10, 15, 20 years from now, Mom, why did you let this guy, X, Y, and Z? I'm disadvantaging myself as well. I'm a mother before anything. My children are going to have questions for me in the long run that I'm going to have to face the music to. He might not even be around, just being completely honest. So it's not just him disadvantaging himself. I'm disadvantaging myself as well, because like he said, when we leave, the guy has to, break the relationship from the children. What does that do to my children as well? And I have to deal with the emotional baggage that comes with it.
Bitch, it's your fault. It's your fault. Like I don't know how I don't understand how no one sees that. It's your fault. You put your children in this position. Not the nigga that saved you.
Explain this to my children. Look, he's just not in our lives anymore.
To me, I mean, for me listening, it doesn't sound to me like you appreciate his contribution at all, bro. All I heard
Well,
from there was.
I'm not gonna go into the full depths of the situation, because it's a podcast, and I'm really married and I have real life shit. But you don't understand. I'm not gonna say.
This nigga, yo, I totally understand where this nigga Myron is coming from right now. He's scratching his head. He's like, yeah, you know what? I don't. He's like trying not to lead on this bitch, but
yeah,
like,
he's trying to let her up.
He's trying. That nigga's trying.
He's trying to let her rock.
He's trying, but it's, eventually, it's,
saying I'm the baddest bitch in the world. But
no, I hate when bitches say that. I hate when bitches say that shit. Bitch, use your words, man.
I know for a fact that there are men out there that would happily take care of me and my children.
That's true.
Okay?
Gotcha, bitch. No.
Okay? And I put my best foot forward. I don't ask this nigga for nothing. I pay $300 to get my hair done every 2 weeks. I pay for it. I get my nails done every 2 weeks. I pay for it. I go on shopping sprees. I pay for it. $600 car note. I pay for it. $400 insurance. I pay for it. I put in my
$400 insurance? This bitch must be irresponsible, man. She got a $600 car note and $400 insurance.
You might have just gotten a couple crashes. Have
a in many months I paid the rest by myself. Okay? I'm a college graduate. I'm secure.
Oh my God, here we go. I'm a college graduate. I'm secure. Bitch, you miserable at best.
I have almost 140K followers on Instagram. Not saying that it matters, but I make money
But it does matter because you said it.
on Instagram at promoting X, Y, and Z. I'm pursuing a rap career. I'm getting X amount of K views on my music. I'm fucking hustling. I'm going hard, kids and all.
Me. I. Me.
I mean, I can. Okay, so
dog, this bitch is married.
I can play devil's advocate here, right? So I think where Myron was coming from is like, yeah, you're not appreciating the dude, and then she's talking like, hey, if this dude was like Fetty Wap and he was just, providing my lifestyle for me, things might be different. But if she paying for all her own stuff and they going 50-50, there's only so much he could say in the house anyway.
Bitch, you got 2 kids. You ought to be paying my fucking bills.
Nah.
2 kids by a rapper nigga that's in the feds. Your life is over.
And I'm not saying that it's just love that's keeping me in this situation. But what I'm saying is that
She's saying she don't love that nigga.
I feel bad for the dude.
I do too. I do too.
She like, I tried that, didn't work. He's gonna be gone soon.
Yeah,
That's
but
what she said in so many words.
The funny part is that she'll never, she can't even do better than that.
There's a lot of emotions involved, and most people in my life who knows the in and outs say, Leger, what the fuck are you doing? So
one of the made up names, Leger.
When I'm sitting on a podcast and someone's telling me, oh, you don't sound like you're appreciative for what he's contributing.
You haven't said one thing about him that positive whatsoever. You just talked about me. This is what I do.
Me, because if I had a lot of positive things to say about him, I would say a lot of positive things to say about him.
Yeah.
I would.
It says
but what do you want me to tell you?
That says a lot in itself.
It does say a lot in itself, and that's why I said a lot of people in my life ask me, Leger, what?
Leger. I can't get over that.
What are you doing?
This is why I'm like, I don't want to blow up this marriage on this podcast.
Listen, yo, man, look. All I'm gonna say is, if my girl talked about me like that, I'll break up with her immediately, bro. I'll keep it 1,000 with you. You're a woman. Hold on, let me finish. That's fantastic. You're a woman. This is the thing about your girl that I've come to realize. Your woman is a mere reflection of where you stand in society and how much she respects you. When a woman speaks about you or talks about you in a certain way, doesn't appreciate your contribution, trust me, it's always gonna show. And my thing is, guys, you need to look at that fucking mirror and realize, do I like this reflection or do I not? And if you don't, it's time to turn around, improve the image, and come back with another image. Because at the end of the day, like, if your girl, but here's the thing, it's very, you can say what you want, but I can tell just from the way that you speak about him, etc. You don't respect this man. You don't appreciate his contribution. It's me. He's a placeholder in your life. You may not like me saying this, but hey, I'm telling you what I see. And I know from when I speak with women, interviewing well over 1,500 of them, when a woman's an infatuated and respects her man, she speaks in a whole different way about that guy. She would never say anything disparaging about him.
That's a fucking fact right there.
Nah, that's definitely a fact.
That's a fucking fact right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever out and you see my wife out somewhere and she talking crazy about me, let me know, man. Because there's consequences for that. But no, I don't. My wife don't talk crazy about me in public. And to be honest with you, man, like, fellas, that's one thing that y'all need to pay attention to. Pay attention to shit like that. If your name is shit with your chick and she talking crazy about you in public, that ain't the chick for you. She don't respect you. She's probably cheating.
This guy is just a placeholder for you in your life, and you don't really respect and or admire him. If I were him, I'd leave you. So that's just me.
And he can leave me, that's fine. I let him know that all the time.
Oh, shit. Hold on. So I'll say this, right?
Well, I think it's dumb for still being there.
I was a guy that stepped up.
Yeah, he is.
Stupid. I know.
How does that make you stupid, though? How does that make you stupid? Some men can't even have children of their own, and some are not interested in having children of their own.
Let him talk. A single, able-bodied guy that's working on himself, marrying a woman with kids, is a disadvantage. Let me explain. For one, is you and your kids against him. I know it sounds crazy, but like anytime you could leave. You mentioned that earlier. Mm-hmm. Secondly, in the household, he's alone. If anything happens, your kids act order, he can't discipline them because that's your kids. So it's like he's paying rent, but it's really your house. And then thirdly, the guy that stepped up to be with you, he has options too. Not saying that you're not got options. I'm just saying that, for example, he can find a girl with no kids. I'm just saying for you,
and I can find a rich man.
Yeah, it works because you guys make it work. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying for him, at any point in time, he's by himself because it's you and your kids against him.
But it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like things become that way when you build that division, when things are not being handled as a unit, as a family. You know what I'm saying? And when you're making poor decisions, like, see, even down to disciplining, I don't have a problem with him disciplining my kids.
Stop the cap.
That's a fact, Daryl. Quick, that's a fact.
I'm not gonna hit my kids. Hit them? Come on. You know how old my kids are, first of all?
Okay. How old? 10?
11? No, my daughter, she's gonna be 8, and my son is gonna be 5.
Just smack them.
You're not gonna hit my kids.
But see, that's the problem. Imagine, I'm the man in household. I can't do discipline. That's terrible.
But how many steps, right? do we get to before you start putting your hands on children? Because see, me personally, I don't even really believe in beating kids. Don't get me wrong. I whip my kids' ass, but it's when they need it.
No, but see, because it's your kids. Yeah. So you have all to say.
Yeah. Right, but if she did something to me that I didn't like right now, for instance, just use that as an example because you're right next to me. If she was my kid, right, and not me, just a mother in general, and she did something I didn't like, it'd be easy to go, don't ever do that again. But her as a grown-ass woman sitting right here, if she did something I didn't like, I'm not gonna do that to her. I believe that kids, you wouldn't just pop on adults when you don't like what they do. Kids are worthy of an explanation as well. And I believe there's steps that should go. Do I have a problem? My kids have phones, iPads, everything. They love them. Do I have a problem with you saying, listen, taking the iPad, taking the phones. Since you can't respect me, I'm taking everything and go stand in the corner. And guess what? If they have a problem with standing in that corner, now it's time to whoop ass. If you can't stand in that corner and not cry and accept that you're standing in that corner for X amount of minutes or hours because you did X, Y, and Z, now next level.
He still has limited authority though. Yeah. Like that's the point. The whole point
I have limited authority just because of how I believe on raising my kids. I'm not going to hit them.
You literally just said before that if they do some dumb shit, you will smack them, but he doesn't necessarily get that same level of authority.
Because I'm telling you that I'm going through steps before. I never said I would smack them.
I understand that.
So I didn't say that.
Hit them. But the point I'm trying to make is
he
does not have the same level of authority over your children that you do. However,
that's not true. Are you not hearing the words coming out of my mouth?
I've been listening very close.
Now she's starting to get sensitive.
So you literally said that.
I literally said that there's levels. I literally said that if you try taking the iPad and it doesn't work, you try putting in the corner, it doesn't work. I understand. You're not gonna beat the Rodney King out my kid. No, but a pop. If you tell me, babe, I took the iPad, I took the phone, I put him in the corner, he was still wilding. He was still saying this, and then he said, I popped him.
You know
I get it.
Timmy, I don't know your kids' names. I don't want to speak for them, but let's say, for example, he does that, right? Mom, he slapped me. Look, it's so many ways that can go. We're just saying, look, in that situation, he is not going to be well because guess what? It's your kids against him. I'm sorry to say this. He might love you, you might love him,
but it's not. I don't take my kids' word for everything because I know my kids. So if my kid tells me, Mom, he slapped me, babe, you slapped him? Yeah. Why? What happened? Oh, X, Y, and Z, and Z, and Z. Zai, oh, that's my son. Zai, go to your room. I don't want to hear it.
Here's the thing, he got to explain himself to you. Like, you're missing so many things here.
My kid's dad has to explain himself to me.
That's a problem, too.
You kill a nigga behind pussy and ass. What that makes you?
Pussy ass.
Nigga.
Call it how you want. And he's what you would call.
But here's the thing, he could at least tell you, shut up, it's my kid. Yeah. That dude can't.
He's not, but he's never gonna say that.
But I'm saying he can. He doesn't have the same. If he was an alpha male, he would tell you, shut up, those are my kids too. He would tell you, shut up.
No, because there's
I would definitely say, shut up, those are my kids too. That's a fact.
Alpha men don't let women
being disrespectful.
No, but alpha men don't let
there's
women bully them.
There's a difference between gender roles and common respect.
But here's the thing, he would say those are my kids too. Like alpha men don't let women bully them, period. That's what I'm trying to say. And the thing is that guy, he still doesn't have the same level of authority as you do. And if it was the biological dad, he could at least tell you, well, I don't care what you think.
If you were contributing to my kids, can I still sit here and say that you're not gonna have that? I just said I fucking spent $700 on school.
What the fuck is $700 on school shopping? That's nothing. This bitch keep talking about how she spent $700 on school shopping.
So you can't determine somebody's financial situation. That's a lot to her. That's a lot to her financial situation.
Her baby father's a rapper.
In jail with no money now.
I just spent
don't be bougie, Trip Simpson.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was dealing with that, I'd be like $700, bitch. I would go to ATM and get
don't be bougie, Trip Simpson.
$700 fucking dollars.
You're being bougie.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Being like
you are being bougie.
They're your kids.
What if his kids is getting $300? They're getting Foreman Mills clothes for school. Her kids probably got some Jordans.
She just finished bragging about she went to college. She do this. She got 140,000 followers. She a rapper. She all that. Bitch, you
acting like she said she spent $250 on her.
A nigga, $700 for school clothes is not shit when it comes to two
kids. Yeah, it is.
Nigga, you gonna spend $700 on shoes?
No, that's nigga shit.
No, that's not nigga shit.
All right, so let's break that down. So for a 5-year-old, one of her kids is 5.
You said 8 and 5.
Yeah. So how much do shoes cost for a 5-year-old?
Anywhere from $70 to $100.
No, the fuck they don't.
Man, you need to wake up, dog. They cost.
If you're trying to buy them baby Jordans and baby phone,
I get my kids Vans and little dumb shit like that. That shit costs.
For a 5-year-old, they still in the 2 wide, 3 wide. That shit
Listen,
costs.
My son is 3 years old. My son is 3 years old. His Vans is $50 a pop.
Okay, so let's say $50. All right, so she buy.
He's 3.
She buy her kids 3 pairs of shoes to school. That's $150. Let's say she went hard. Let's buy them 4 pairs.
You ain't got no argument, bro. $700 ain't shit for 2 kids.
Hey, yo.
$700 ain't shit for 2 kids.
They get 2 pairs of shoes.
Bro, $700 ain't shit for 2 kids. For school? Fuck no.
Do they wear uniforms?
Probably not.
Nah, I might wear uniforms.
It sounds like they probably wear uniforms. And that's crazy because, like, you know, at one point, their father had, you know, at least $40 million. Like, they should be in private school somewhere. But they probably aren't.
Well, if he went back to selling drugs, he probably blew all that money.
Nah, but he was getting money. I don't know. He got caught in a RICO case, so there's no telling what he really did. He probably just didn't tell. Nobody knows what he really did, but it was a RICO case. So, you know.
Yeah, true. I don't know the particulars of the case, so I won't
either. So I don't
speak on that intelligently. Yeah, but
facts.
Once again, I'm just saying we don't gotta shame people for taking care of their kids.
Yeah, but you don't gotta motherfucking brag about some lackluster caretaking.
But if you got somebody who ain't if the guy ain't willing to put that up and she paying for it, that goes to his kids. Huh?
They made his kids.
So without divulging your situation, would you buy all your daughters the same thing, whether it's your biological or non-biological daughter, right?
So in my situation, right, I'm a stepfather, but at the same time, my wife is also a stepmother. So we're both in a position where we're dealing with other people's kids and we're trying to make it work.
Yeah, I'm saying you treat them the same.
Of course I do, but what I'm saying is, anytime you got a bitch bragging about spending $700, if a bitch, I don't know, man, I'm just different. Bitch, if you coming to me talking about you spent $700, like I'm already looking at you.
Probably got more money than her.
It's $700.
What do you say? What do you say to a woman in the hood where they renting $700? They renting $700, so they definitely ain't spending $700 on school clothes. I'm saying you don't got to shame people for their financial position.
Okay, well, don't act like you this and all that, and then brag about minimal shit. I'm this. I got my degree. I'm this. I'm that. I'm so much better than my husband. But you up here bragging about some $700 punk ass dollars. With some punk ass school clothes.
You got it. Anyway.
No, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I have 140,000 followers. I got a rap career. I'm this. I got a college degree. I'm that. She's stunting all over her husband. But then she bragged, but then that $700 she had to spend for her own kids, that's not his, it's bothering her.
Well, he did marry her though.
Yeah, he's a damn fool.
Well, if you married a chick, they expecting you to, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, that nigga was probably like, bitch, I thought you was Fetty Waps baby mother.
He thought he was gonna get saved.
Yo, he do low twist. All right, let's get this.
Don't raise your voice. Here's the thing. I'm not your husband. Don't raise your voice at me. And I swear I'm not that again.
You act like a little bitch right now. You acting real paranoid and shit.
That nigga, I fucks with that nigga Byron.
I'm making
Don't do that
eye
again.
contact with him. I'm talking to
I
him.
don't care. You're on the podcast and nobody's swearing
But
at
he
you.
has
Nobody's
absolutely
yelling.
no problem,
Whatever.
and I'm talking to him. Me and him are making eye contact.
I
He's
don't-
shaking his head in agreement, and you have a
here's the thing.
problem.
I do have a problem. You're not going to disrespect my host. Period.
He doesn't feel
Relax.
disrespected.
I don't give a fuck. What
Do you
what
feel
do you think?
disrespected?
Listen,
I
right?
want to know. Do you feel
Myron
now,
doing
you're
too
into
much,
boys.
bro.
Well, he's not, dog. He's said
is,
it.
bro.
No. I don't think he's doing too much, dog. Because
He
you
said,
said
I
shit.
wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to him. Does he feel disrespected?
Okay,
Homie
let's
say no.
no.
He's doing too much.
Hold on. He didn't say no.
It's kind of like, yo, why? I'm talking to you nice, calm. I didn't shout at you one time.
You was
We're-
just shaking your head and agreeing at me until he said
I'm trying to
something.
be nice to you here, okay?
Yeah, he's nice.
So it's like, I get what you're saying. Look, you go through a lot. But on the platform, just keep it chill, all right? Here we go.
Don't swear at him again. That's going to be the first and last time I tell
Everybody's
you.
been swearing the whole time, but since
but
we're
here's the
talking
thing. You're
about
swearing at him, trying to
I'm
emphasize
swearing
you're trying
at
to
him.
come.
Myra's point is everybody's cursing, but you cursing at this nigga. You're not just cursing like, yeah, I'm high as fuck. No, you saying fuck you. Like you doing all that. He's like, you're not doing that here. I respect it.
Up aggressive, whatever. Yo, this ain't for fucking debate, bro. Whose show are you on?
Honestly, fuck you and your show.
Okay,
my
then
nigga.
get the
Like,
fuck out of here.
I will get the fuck out
outta
of here.
here.
You give it's giving you ain't get pussy until you was 20-something years old.
Yeah.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was actually 18. You should watch the show and
18.
figure it out. But anyway, go ahead.
18. Late
Fuck
as
out of
fuck.
here. You look like a clown.
Who looks like a clown?
You. Get out of
I
here.
probably look better than
She does look like a clown. She has, look at this motherfucking weave she got on, dog.
I ain't gonna lie, the weave is bad. That
No.
joint,
She has on,
I ain't gonna lie, that joint is bad. That joint look like a mop.
that bitch got, that's at least
Maybe it's hot in the studio.
5 pounds of weave glued onto her fucking scalp.
The weave look bad.
That's a bad look. Yo, black women, stop doing this shit. We don't like this shit. Who the fuck told y'all this was it?
Fetty Wap.
He only got one eye though. My nigga said I saw the way we sell it.
Kill a nigga behind pussy and ass. What that makes you?
Pussy ass.
Nigga.
All right, let's continue.
Let's wrap this up, man.
Look at you. Look at you. You run a show on literally.
You look
run
wild
a
right
show.
now with 13,000 people
Literally, I
watching.
don't give a fuck. You run a show debating about and with women. What
You
does that
guys
say
see
about you? Pussy
You on the show, bitch. You on the show. What does it say about you?
ass nigga.
You look like you look a fucking clown. Get out of here.
I'm a clown.
Yes, you are. You look wild right now.
I'll get this shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hold the time. They don't even know that it's Fetty Wap's baby mom. They don't even know that shit. She's just on the show.
Oh, you'll do what?
Now
You'll do
heard
what?
me.
So did you hear that? She said she gonna get the show shot up.
You heard me.
You'll do
Loud
what?
and clear.
Get it shut up.
You heard me.
Yo.
Loud and clear, my nigga.
Okay, bring him back. Get him, bring him back. Bring him back.
I won't be tonight,
And I don't miss.
My son, I go to your room. I don't want to hear it.
Here's the thing, you gotta explain it. Bring him back, and it's gonna be Ed for you and him, I promise you. Stupid ass host, man.
What's funny is she just told a nigga that's a former federal agent. Myron's a former federal agent. He quit Homeland Security to do his podcast, right? Federal agent, made drug busts, all type of shit. You're gonna tell a nigga that's a federal agent, that's a trained marksman, I'm gonna shoot your shit up. I mean, to me, I don't know, man.
Like, come back.
So, ladies,
I know that reaction. I know that
now
reaction.
that I have all your attention. Jeez, man.
All right, so that's it for that, man. Obviously, I've already seen this. I'd like to have your thoughts on this.
I think enough has been said about this. I don't even like it's so self-explanatory that some people have a inflated view of their position or who they are and what they are, what they mean to society, what they mean to their family, what they mean to other people. she's clearly in an unhappy position because her lifestyle was probably different before, you know, she parted ways with Fetty Wap, and she's getting adjusted dealing with a regular guy that still requires the same things, but is not providing that financial security. She said it several times. She was like, well, I can go get a rich guy. But if it was that easy, she probably would have done that.
You'd have one.
Yeah, she would have one. It's contrary to popular belief, women, it's not a bunch of millionaires just walking around looking for a woman in their 30s with 2 kids. That's just not the reality of the situation. And she's probably realizing the harsh reality but she still wants companionship because obviously the man proposed to her and she accepted, even though he wasn't rich. She made that decision, so maybe she has buyer's remorse. That's what it sounds like. And if I was that guy, if he sees that show, he better pack his bags immediately because it's a wrap.